Meghan Markle and Prince Harry will be forced to watch on as Queen Camilla enacts the perfect revenge on the former royal couple. The Queen will get her own back on her stepson and daughter-in-law after the Duke of Sussex attacked her in his tell-all memoir Spare, according to an expert. The 39-year-old prince did not hold back against his evil stepmother, with him painting his father King Charles' wife out to be a villain. He also accused her of leaving bodies in the street in her attempts to change the public's perception of her and labeled her as dangerous, the Mirror reports. Camilla was said to have been very upset by Harry's words against her, but according to royal commentator Denise Palmer-Davis said the Queen has now triumphed over the Sussexes after launching her very own podcast, The Reading Room. Speaking to The Sun, Denise said, "After all the hurtful things Harry has said about Camilla, she has finally got her own back on them. If her podcast does well, and I am sure it will, she will have achieved in an area they so desperately wanted to succeed in, then that is the perfect revenge. I bet Meghan, in particular, will be livid over the whole thing, and probably a bit embarrassed that hers fell at the first hurdle." The Sussexes saw their Spotify deal being axed in June last year, meaning Meghan's Archetypes podcast was cancelled after just one season. Join the Daily Records WhatsApp community here and get the latest news sent straight to your messages. The Archetypes podcast saw the Duchess sit down for interviews with female celebrities, artists, athletes, and experts to discuss the history of stereotypes against women. Across the show, she interviewed many impressive guests such as Paris Hilton, Serena Williams, and Mindy Kaling. Camilla will be the host of her new podcast, which is expected to feature guests like Joanna Lumley, Ian Rankin, David Baddiel, and Alif Shafak. The Reading Room podcast was set up to coincide with her successful online book club, which she established during the COVID-19 lockdown. Through the club, she was able to share some of the books she had read during the global pandemic with fans. The Queen's Reading Room series will invite listeners inside the reading rooms of authors and celebrities to discuss their own journeys through the world of books. It will also feature some recommendations from Queen Camilla herself and will be co-hosted by Vicky Perrin. Speaking of the podcast, Vicky said, "There is nothing quite like a brilliant book recommendation from a friend, but it's even better when that person is one of your favorite authors or most admired persons. I hope that this podcast will inspire listeners to new literary adventures and help those wishing to love books a little more, find the books which set their imaginations alight."
To